Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again with another video. So last time I did post a video about my boarding house experience, and today I am going to be adding more stuff to that story. So let's take this as the part 2 of that video. Thank you all so much for watching that last video, and if you haven't seen that video, please go and check out that video because it's hilarious. And for my friends who commented on there, and thank you all so much for that support, because that brings back a lot of memories. So one of my friends commented on that video and was like, why didn't you talk about the dining hall food? Why didn't you talk about the entertainment and scripture union all together? Why didn't you talk about, he gave me so many ideas. I was like, yes, I need to speak about all those things. So let's get into that video, starting with the dining hall food. Don't get me wrong, dining hall food, sometimes it was really good, and sometimes you're like, I don't want to have this food. And I think my favorite food in the dining hall was rice and spinach stew. We call it kontomire stew. That was like my favorite. Whenever it was rice and kontomire stew, that day I have to go to dining no matter what. So yeah, that was like my favorite food. And then the other favorite food was rice with beans. So we had rice with beans stew. That was like another all-time favorite. And then there was something called rice with gas. I really don't know what that gas stew was made of. Some people said it was made of flour and tomato stew or something, and I'm like, until today, I have no idea what that stew was made of. It was just called rice and gas, and sometimes it was really good. If you didn't have money towards the end of the term, if you didn't have money to eat, if that thing was there, you will eat it no matter what. And then for breakfast, we had like, there were days we had tea or rice water, and tea was like one of the favorite times you see a lot of people go to the dining hall. But the bread that we had, oh my gosh, it was so hard. Like, when did you all bake this bread? Oh my gosh, story of my life. Those times were interesting, but that bread was so hard. You're like, when did you all bake this bread and cut it up, and then it's all hard? But people liked it. People would go because it was tea, it was Milo, it was chocolate drink. So people liked it. And then on Saturdays we had entertainment. It depended on it's either we had like we call it jams. So basically it's just loud music and people dancing and all the other stuff that comes with it. And then we had scripture union. So scripture union, for sure, SU, and I was part of SU. So that meant that while they're having entertainment, we, the scripture union members, have to go to church. So right after dinner, you hear the tambourine. Once you hear the tambourine, you know that it's time for scripture union. So you either have to decide, okay, do I want to go to entertainment or do I want to go to scripture union? And depending on which one you go tells a lot about you. Like, why are you going for jams when you should be praising God? And why and when you're going to church or you're going to scripture union, that said, oh, okay, you are the Mary Magdalene, or you are the most righteous and whatnot. I feel like that era was just so confusing, because at that age, I mean, people find God in a very early stage, but at that age it was very confusing. They're like, if you don't go to scripture union, that means you're this bad person, or you're that, and it was just confusing for most of us at that age, because it was like, Anyway, so that was going on. I thought it was hilarious that we had to be divided that way. And I think entertainment should be something that's for everybody, and not just having you decide, okay, I want to be a good person by going to church, or I have to be this other person because I'm going to entertainment. I thought that was it. And one other thing that I thought was that brought back memories was after we had dinner, or it doesn't matter, but it was mostly in the evening. If you didn't have money to go and buy water to drink, as soon as somebody bought Sasha Water, we call it pure water, so it was Sasha Water, you would ask to go after them. So what that means, what that means was that you say after you. When you say after you, that means that person have to leave some of their water so you can have some to drink. And it could go as like 3 or 4 people drinking from one sachet water. It was it was something. I just thought it was. He told me all those things. I was like, what? We did all these things. So yeah. So someone buys sachet water. It's like, oh, after you. And then whilst you drink, and then you drink half of it and you give to the next person, and the next person was like, oh, after you. And then so you have to it was kind of fun. So now let's talk about teasing. I did not understand why teasing was so much of a thing in boarding house, especially in Ghana schools. Actually, teasing is so much of a big deal, and make a big deal out of it. And sometimes things come out of it because when they see you with an opposite sex too many times, then they have to tease you. So back in class 5, that's when I started going to Datu's border. So I started at school, and then I think I was elected as a class prefect. Someone who oversees that, makes sure that the teacher comes to class on time. You write the names of people who are talking. You're basically in charge of class to make sure there's order when the teacher is not around. So I was this class prefect, and I had an assistant. His name was Nathaniel. So I don't know what really happened, but all of a sudden, every time I went out of class, he would follow. So when I went out of class, I was either going to the bathroom. He wasn't following me to the bathroom. He would also have to go, because the bathroom were like opposite ways. Like you don't have girls and boys bathroom in the same spot. The girls' bathroom was on that side, and then the guys' bathroom was like way on the other side. So every time I stepped out, he would step out. He would also step out, and you understand why. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they started teasing us. Like and then they gave us a name, baby mommy and baby papa. I'm like, where did that name come from? And then we had our class teacher. He was one funny man, and he actually encouraged it just made everything fun for us, but he just made everything worse. He would, whenever he was giving out books, he would put my name and Nathaniel's name, like our books, together, so that when he calls out my name, then he will call out his name and make it seem like, oh yay, this is actually like it's real, like their books are even together and whatnot. But he does the arrangement himself. He's gonna put our books together, and it wasn't just for us. There are other people who were teased, and then he will make sure that he puts their books together, or when he was mentioning names, he would put he would try and mention their names all together. And I thought, like, what is this? It was just funny. And if I remember correctly, they started calling us baby mommy and baby papa because one time I felt sick. When I felt sick, they make a big deal out of it that I was I was pregnant. I was like, what? How could I be pregnant at 10? But it was just all fun. But I went home because I wasn't well, came back, and that name was there. I was like, baby mama. So I'm the baby mama and he's the baby papa. I'm like, no. No, but I thought it was funny, and that actually carried out all through until they stopped kind of teasing us. But being the class president or class prefect or whatnot, that's what we called it. It was something, I don't know. I carried out that role until I was in until I left the school in GHS 2. So in class 6, I was class president or class prefect. Form 1, I was class president. Form 2, I was class president, and then I left. And then I went back. I went to high school and I carried that role. I don't know what it is about that role, but in high school, I was like, at that point, I was like, I'm not gonna do this role again because it's been following me since primary 5, and I'm still like a class president. You guys, you need to find somebody to do this class prefect job because I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, I carried out that role for a very long time, and I was like, what? I cannot do this anymore. So speaking about crushes, at some point in, let's say, GHS 1, I had a crush. I don't know if it was a crush, but we'll just say it was a crush on this guy. And this is how it started. I'm not going to mention his name, but this is how it started. So I had an artwork I was working on for one of my subjects, and I was so much into this artwork. I was creating this thing, and then one time at preps, evening studies, I don't know where this boy came from, and he ruined the work that I was doing. It was a total mess, and I had to submit that work the next day, but he just came out of nowhere and he ruined it. So I was so mad. I was so furious, and according to him, he was just he didn't mean to destroy the artwork, but because I was so mad after that, he kind of, I don't even know how to put it, but he was ashamed that he ruined my artwork. But at that point, he wasn't really he didn't care that he had ruined my artwork, and I'm all like, I'm so mad, you ruined my work. Now what time am I going to have to do my work? So after that, the following day, I went to our mistress and I was like, this is the work I was doing, but this guy, he ruined it and whatnot. I was crying and I was so mad. And then she was like, oh, it's okay, I'll give you an extension, go and make another one and whatnot. So after that, I stopped talking to him. But then every time he would make an effort to talk to me, or he wanted to apologize for ruining my work because he didn't mean to do that. So as time went by, I was like, okay, fine, I forgive you for ruining my work, and then we became friends. So we became friends. One time on my birthday, one time on my birthday, it was like, was it a Sunday evening? So Sunday evening, we really don't have anything to do. After dinner, we just go upstairs to the dormitories if you'd like, or you stay around and hang out downstairs with your friends and whatnot. So I was upstairs, and then he came to call me that one of the guys was looking for me. I was like, why is he looking for me and whatnot? So I came down. When I came down, I just knew, because usually when it's your birthday, instead of them showering you with gifts, they make a mixture of sand, gari, water, and then they just throw it at you and make you all wet and just ruin everything for you, instead of like showering with gifts. So that was like, I kind of was like, wait, if I go downstairs, this people are either going to pour water on me and make me so wet, or they're going to pour this bad mixture of gari and sand on me. So I was very hesitant in going down, but I was like, oh, usually the girls should do that. And I went downstairs, and then there was all these, like, my mates, most of the boys, and they came out with this, like, with a bag, and everybody had put their gift in, and I was like, oh, you guys, you brought me gifts. So it was nice. And then once I grabbed the gift and I was going, and then this they splashed water on me. So it was kind of fun that they all put together something and then they brought it to me. So that made it special. So again, back to that guy, and then he was part of it, and then so we became friends, like normal friends. I mean, nobody had said anything. It was just we're just living the day as it comes. And then all of a sudden, I mean, there was this news going around that he was leaving the school. He was going to another school. I was like, oh, he's going to another school. That news just kind of, it was sad for me, because it was like we had this quarrel and then we became friends, and then now he's leaving and I don't see him again and whatnot. So it was kind of sad. I was leaving. Gradually he left, but he wasn't too far. He was like in a nearby school. But because I was a brother, there was no way I would see him. The only way I would see him was maybe on vacation, and that there were no phones or anything, so we couldn't be like, oh hey, when we vacate on this day, let's meet here or whatnot. It was something like that. Once they're gone, it's gonna be hard for you to see them again, unless maybe like when we had sports festivities that we were allowed to go in and out as we pleased. So that was kind of sad that he left. I don't know if he felt the same, but I was kind of sad. I was bummed that he was leaving. And then one time, this day student, he brought me like a letter. I was like, oh, who is bringing me a letter? So and then he says, oh, this letter is from this guy that left. So I was like, oh, he wrote me a letter. I was so excited to read it. So but the letter wasn't in an envelope. There wasn't any. It was just like on a. We had letter pads, so it was just like one of those letter pads he wrote on it, and then you write from this to that on the back of it. It was kind of cute. So then he brought it to me. But the guy who brought it to me, because it wasn't in an envelope, he read it. He read the letter before he brought it to me. But I wasn't really worried about that, because of course, it's not in an envelope. Even if it was in an envelope, he probably would have read it, find another envelope and put it into it. So he brought it to me, and then he talked about how his school and whatnot. I don't really remember the contents of the letter, but I remember receiving a letter from him, and I replied back. Again, I don't remember what I wrote, but I thought it was kind of nice that he wrote to me, and then I wrote back to him. And so we wrote back and forth a few times, and then it died down, and I didn't see him again until I haven't seen him in person until this day. I just know that we're still friends and we talk on and off, but I haven't seen him again. So it was kind of nice. And then there was this other guy. That was after this first guy had left, and then I kind of could tell that he liked me, but I was like, oh, no, I'm not really interested. I was in the scripture union, and you know, when you're in the SU, you're all for God and stuff like that. I wasn't like ready to do any of those kind of like get myself into that boyfriend girlfriend type of thing. So I wasn't really interested, but he like, I was like, oh, I'm thirsty. He will go get me water. I was like, oh, I need. Sometimes I lose my utensils to dining a lot. Like one time I can't find my fork, and the other time I can't find a spoon. I was like, oh, I don't have spoon. Can you go and buy me a spoon so I can eat when we go to dinner? And then he'll go get it for me. So like, and we were in the same class, and so yeah, he was kind of helpful, but I knew what it was all about. And one time we went for inter schools, because that is the school I went to. We had 3 other branches. So there was Bubuyashi, there was Kaswa, there was Tema, and I don't remember what the other one was, but yeah, we had 4 branches. So we had inter schools every now and then, and I was part of the track team. So yeah, as we went to this inter schools competition, it was all nice and stuff. And then one time we came back on campus, and then he brought me a gift, and I was like, what gift is it? It was like a bracelet. He gave me a bracelet, and on that bracelet he wrote, well, he didn't write it on the bracelet. It said, "I love you." I'm like, okay, where is this coming from? I mean, I don't know how he felt, but I didn't really take it serious, because I was like, I'm not interested. I mean, we're too young, and I mean, I knew at that point that I'll be leaving the school soon, so didn't really want to start anything and then leave right away or anything like that. So I thought that was funny, and those were fun times. And all these experiences were totally different from when I went to high school. High school was a different ball game. I mean, I went from well, in primary and JHS, I went from being a junior and then being a senior, and then going to high school, I became a junior all over again. And that experience is way different, especially going to a different region, and the tribal issues over there, because the school I went to, we had 2 main tribes. It was the Ada people, and then we had the Volta region people, and there was this issue back and forth with Ada people and Volta. I'm not really going to that at all, but if you do want me to talk about my experiences in high school and everything that came with it, going to a Catholic school, being in this tribal, me applying to be the girls' prefect, and all the emotions and things that came with it, definitely leave a comment in this comment section below if you want me to talk about that, because I feel like it will be something you want to hear, because it's very different from my other boarding school life, and yeah, so it's fun. If you do want me to talk about it, definitely leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will make a video about my high school experience as a boarder, and then in a different region. So thank you so much, guys, for sticking around and watching this video. I hope you all liked it, and hopefully it brings back memories of your boarding school life, and I will see you in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. So like, comment, follow me on all my social media platforms, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.